Welcome back, creators. I'm the Hommeyosh, and this is my channel. In this video, we're continuing our health and damage system. In part 2, we added respawn and death. Now in part 3, we're adding a PlayerLives system using game instance. I'm using a game instance because this allows us to store data like PlayerLives that stays constant even when the level restarts or changes. It's a great way to manage game-wide variables. Now let's open the editor and get started. Okay, we're going to open up our editor, and the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go under our content browser, and we're going to go under the blueprint folder that we created in the last video. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a blueprint under blueprints class. You want to go down to the search here and type in game instance. And you'll see it right under objects, game instance. That's what we want, and we're going to select. And you can call it whatever you want. Right now I'm going to call it game demo in. Okay, great. So now we got our game instance. So I'm going to open that up. Now I'm going to go over here to under edit and project settings. And under project settings, you want to find the maps and mode. Okay, under maps and modes, you want to find your game instance. It should be down here. If you can't find it, just type in game instance. So under the game instance class, what you want to do is select the game instance, game demo in. Mine's already selected, so you can go and you already got that. Okay, so after you're done doing that, you can go ahead and save it just to make sure it's all saved. So you go back into the game instance blueprint that we created here, and all we're going to do inside the game's demo /in is we're going to set up a variable, and we're going to call it player health. Okay, and we're going to make this an integer. Let's open it up. Let's compile and save. Now with that player's health selected, go over to the details panel and type in 4 or 5, whatever value that you want it at, and compile and save. And you can go ahead and close that. We're not going to use that anymore. Next, we're going to go into the blueprint third person character, which should be under your third person under blueprints, and you'll find your BP third person character. Double click that and it should open your blueprint. Okay, so what we're going to do is you'll open up a lap, so we create off our event any damage, where we have our health, where minus sets it to 0, and where it's updates health. After updates health, we got our branch, and then anything under 0 is going to have our death. If not, it's just going to print string damaged. That was hello, I changed it to damage. So between death and respawn, so we're going to go ahead and slide respawn over to here. And what I want to do is after death here, I want to cast to game instance. We have game demo /in. Okay, so in the cast to game instance, under the object, we're going to drag off and we're going to get game, get game instance. There it is right there. Alright, so let's compile and save. After that, so now we want to get that variable that we just created. The best thing to do is to create it, copy, go back in here, and just drag off of game instance and just paste it in there. So I want to set. So something's not right here. Set player health. Okay, don't do the copy and paste. For some reason, it's not working. So just set play. Start with player, and there it is right there. So we want to set the player's health. So we're going to slide that over, and we're going to connect back over to here. Okay. Let me bring this down here. Okay, after we set player's health, I want to get the player's health. Actually, I messed up. I got player lives is what we want to call it. So let's go back into here and just change this a little bit. Okay, let's compile and save. And as you see, it changes in the BP third person character to player's lives. Okay, so now I want to get player lives. Okay, after we get players' lives, what I want to do is I want to subtract 1. So just minus, and we get our subtraction. And we're just going to put 1 on there. So we're going to put that into the set. So that's what we're doing. We're setting this. So after a death occurs, it's going to cast 2. It's going to take away from the game instance. It's going to set the variable to -1 from the 4 that we added. So after we do that, I also want to make a branch here. Okay. So the branch, the condition I'm going to make is is it less than or equal to? That's what we want. Variable. And this is going to be the condition. And what it's going to be less than or equal to is the player's lives. So when this branch is less than or equal to 0, it's going to play the condition and respawn. I'm sorry. It's not going to respawn the player. When it's false, then we're going to respawn the player. But when the condition is 0, we want to print string. This is just to test everything. Game over. So it's not going to respawn anymore. All it's going to do is game over. This is just for testing. We can have a widget later that it goes to, a widget menu, so we can restart or go back to the main menu. But that's going to be in a different tutorial, so we're going to go off of this later on. So right now we're just going to do the game over. So what I wanted to do now is after it responds, I want to print another string. And I want this to tell me how many lives we have left over. So all we're going to do for this one is we're just going to go off of our player lives. And we're going to pop it right here. Let's make this a little bit more neater here. Looks a little... Okay. Let's compile and save. Everything looks correct. I don't think there's going to be any errors. So let's go ahead and play and see what happens. So we're going to run through the fire. Gives us our damage sensor. It says damage up at the top left. And player up, and it gives us the 3. So now we're down. We only have 3 lives left. So we got damage, So now we only got 2 lives left. As we keep running through the fire, we keep losing damage. And as it goes down to, now we only got 1 life left. And it keeps respawning us. That's what we wanted to do. Now it says game over, and that's it. Now I'd like to add a bonus. I want to change this material around here. It's getting kind of old. So what I did is in the details panel here. If you can't find it, you just want to go into your windows and look for your outliner, your details, world. Everything's right in the windows, and you can open it back up. Okay, so everything we click on, as you can see, it changes in the details panel. So what I want to change is this floor. So if you still have the starter content, you should have different materials that you can use. And we can just find something a little bit that's not... There we go. Now we got the walls a different color. I like green. Or we can change it to something else. So if you didn't know how to change your materials, this is how you do it. That looks pretty cool. Well, we'll just keep it like that for now. Looks like a basketball court. Okay, and that's it for part 3. Now you've got a working live system in Unreal Engine 5.5. In the next part, we might add a game over screen with the widgets or a restart button. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share if this video is helpful. Stay inspired and keep creating.